Hey friends, what's up? Philip here with Points of Philip, and I'm here to share the one big reason why I really love my American Express credit card. So we're going to get into that, but before we do, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe. Doing that helps me and YouTube know that what I'm doing is helpful for people like you. And of course, that means also then that more and more people are able to view the content, something I also appreciate. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the big news, or big-ish news, but it kind of goes into the larger topic. So I was scrolling through my Max Rewards app this morning, and I came across a really, really interesting offer. And so this offer may not seem like a big deal, but it really, really can be given in the context of American Express. So it was only available. This offer was only available on my American Express Gold card. So I'm going to go into my extra wallet. You can see here that it's really nice and leathery. And I'm going to go into my little wallet here, pull this out, and it's my personal Gold card from American Express. So I'm going to talk about this card because on my Gold card, I received an American Express offer from Dunkin Donuts. Now, this offer says spend $10 or more, and you can earn 300 membership reward points up to 3 times. And so that's a grand total of 900 reward points. Now, this doesn't sound like a lot. And to be fair, it's not. When you're taking a look at trying to redeem my points for an American or a business class ticket or something like that, not the best deal right now. But if we put in the terms of like if I were to transfer this into Delta, for example, and I were to book a points flight from here to Atlanta, that costs usually 5,000 to 6,000 points if I get the right kind of saver fare. Now, 1,000 points is a sixth of the way to that 6,000 points. And so that's kind of a big deal just for doing spend I'm normally doing. So this actually is interesting in a different way too, and that's because it's actually only on my American Express Gold card. All right, so I talked about Max Rewards, and I want to talk to you about, a really great offer that Max Rewards is extended to my customers. So if you actually click on the link below, you can actually get 3 months of Max Rewards Gold completely free, and then you can also get a free 7-day free trial. So now I've been talking about this offer and what I really, or how I found it through Max Rewards. Max Rewards is an app that actually allows you to be able to manage all of your credit card due dates, all of your benefits. It also allows you to manage all of your offers. And so in fact, it automatically actually activates every single one of your offers across all of your cards. And so that's a really great offer because I don't want to have to go through the Amex website or the Amex app and click accept and activate for every single offer, because then in addition to that, I also have to make sure that I add it to the right card. However, with Max Rewards Gold, it actually activates each of the offers on each of the cards. And so, you actually have the chance where, you can see multiple offers or you can see offers applied or multiple different cards. And so that's really a solid benefit for me. Now, what I've done is I talked to the people at Max Rewards, and they've decided to give a really special deal to my audience. And so if you are watching and you're interested in trying Max Rewards, you can actually do so. Sign up for the Max Rewards Gold with 3 months completely free. So it's 3 months off of your annual subscription. And so in addition to that, you also get a 7-day free trial as well. Just make sure you use a link in the description below. I'm also going to put in a link for 10% off of any extra purchase as well. I really love my extra wallets, and I think you might enjoy it too. So check that out in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the video and talk more about why I like American Express. So the reason that this is important is that the American Express Gold card has a number of credits available on it, and one of which is actually for Dunkin Donuts. And so Dunkin Donuts has a monthly credit of $7 each month that gets refunded to you in the form of a statement credit when you make a purchase with Dunkin Donuts, and that's up to $84 for the year. And so all I have to do is use my American Express Gold card at least $10 each month for the next couple of months, and $7 of that each month will be reimbursed to me. And for all of that, I also get an additional 900 points for doing all of this stuff. So essentially, American Express is giving me more points in addition to the credits to actually shop at Dunkin Donuts. Now, one other thing that was actually interesting about this offer is that when I looked on it actually on the American Express app, in the app, it actually gave me a list of all of the locations for Dunkin Donuts that were near me, which is just incredible, honestly. Like, they're making it easier to use these offers, but they're also making it it so that it's more engaging and more rewarding. And so this is kind of an awesome thing. And you're starting to see a little bit more synergy like that. For example, recently I was looking at a Delta gift card purchase award, and it was only available on my Delta Business Gold card. And so I was actually earning, Delta points for using that purchase on my Gold card, but then I was also getting a certain amount back. And I forgot exactly how much. It was like spend 500 and earn something back. I forgot what the exact amount was, but it was on a card that it made sense for. So this is actually really great because sometimes when you're wanting to use an offer, it really needs to come through on a card that actually makes sense, right? Like if let's say that I get an offer on a Marriott card, Marriott property or something, and there were a lot a couple months ago where let's say I spend $750, get $200 off, but it's not on my Marriott Brilliant card, it's on my American Express Platinum card or something like that. Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I'd rather use it on that card to get more kind of points or even take advantage of any of those, any of those benefits, right? Like a Hilton offer on my American Express Business Platinum card would be really great because I get paid $50 in credits every quarter for spending at Hilton. And so being able to kind of compound the offers with the credits and the benefits is really something that American Express is good at and something that really I like. And so a lot of these Amex offers are kind of a big deal, but I love that this offer was targeted for my Gold card. Now, I do have to talk about the Gold card as well a little bit, right? So it's one of my favorite cards. In fact, it's actually was my first American Express card and quickly became one of my favorites in my wallet. So this card has an annual fee of $325. Now, for that annual fee, you do get a lot of credits. And that's $240 in dining credit. So they do have $120 in an actual named dining credit. And that one is good for Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine.com, as well as I think Five Guys and then Grubhub. So that's $10 every month there. And as long as you shop with the Gold card and any of those vendors, you get that $10 in credit that month. Now, you also do get Uber Cash. And I call it a dining credit because usually most of the time I use it for Uber Eats. And so you can actually use your Uber Cash for Uber Eats, which is great because you also do get Uber One now with your American Express Platinum card for free. And so that's really solid too. And so this is really a great option. So far, it's easy for me to use. I actually order through the app and then do pickup where it's actually usually pretty comparable to the actual street price if you were to buy that directly through that particular restaurant. And so I view those credits as pretty much full there. Now I am paying in advance for that, but I'm getting that full $240 back, at least according to the way I'm, kind of calculating things. Now, so we talked about the Dunkin credit, we talked about the dining credit, and we talked about the Uber credit. There's one other credit this card is really well known for, and that's for Resy. So Resy is, for those of you that don't know, is a reservation creation app that American Express purchased rather recently. And so they're really digging hard into this Resy partnership because you can actually use your Gold card at a Resy restaurant. You don't actually have to make the reservation. You just have to use it at that restaurant. And once you do that, you actually are able to get $50 back every 6 months. And so it works out to be $100, which I've already gotten full value from just because, well, it's very easy to use that credit, at least where I am. There's lots of really good Resy restaurants in Central Florida. So that's really solid. So now when you do get one of these cards, you do need to make sure that you're actually getting a good sign-up bonus. So I actually made a big mistake on this card, and I got the 60,000 point sign-up bonus through Credit Karma just because that was the first thing they showed me. But there's actually up to 100,000 points, and if you actually go through the Resy website, you can see that there's actually some good offers there, usually for up to 75,000 or 100,000 points directly through the Resy website, or you can see if you're targeted for a better offer just on American Express's own website. And so there's a lot of really good things to note about this card. And anyway, I just really love the synergy of this offer and this card, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So thanks so much for coming on this adventure with me, and I can't wait to see you guys until next time. Have a great day. Bye.